What if a single radio transmitter, smuggled across borders, became the spark for one of the most controversial movements in Nigeria's modern history? And what if the man behind the microphone now faces charges not just of broadcasting rebellion, but of inciting violence, terrorism, and dividing a nation already struggling to hold itself together? Disclaimer: the views presented in this video are based on publicly available court proceedings and reports. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. We do not support or condone hate speech, incitement, or violence in any form. Welcome to Eagle Light, where we unpack the headlines shaping Nigeria and the world. Today, we dive into an explosive courtroom revelation. The federal government's witness has claimed that Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, admitted to smuggling a Radio Biafra transmitter into Nigeria. But beyond that statement lies a tangled web of politics, identity, rights, and responsibility. To understand the weight of this moment, we need to revisit who Nnamdi Kanu is. He's not just any activist. He's the face of a separatist movement that calls for the resurrection of Biafra, a state that seceded briefly in the 1960s, leading to a brutal civil war. IPOB, the group he leads, is now labeled a terrorist organization by the Nigerian government. Kanu's tool of choice? Not guns, but words. Broadcast through Radio Biafra, the station became a symbol of defiance. Broadcasting calls for self-determination and, according to prosecutors, incitement to violence. But was it just rhetoric, or was it a coded call to arms? In court, this week, a DSS operative testified that Kanu not only founded the station but smuggled the equipment into Anambra State to set up operations. A damning accusation, especially since the government played audio clips from 2020 where Kanu allegedly called for the killing of prominent Nigerian leaders. The DSS presented video recordings of their inspection of the transmitter site. According to the witness, Kanu admitted to being behind it. These videos were admitted into evidence, sparking debates about whether they were authentic or selectively edited to frame a narrative. But Kanu isn't staying silent. He claims he was denied access to legal counsel, threatened with denial of bail, and even coerced to speak against former leaders like Goodluck Jonathan and Rokas Okorocha. He says the interviews shown in court were edited, and his statements were made under duress. In response to these allegations, the judge ordered a trial within trial to determine whether Kanu's statements were voluntary or coerced. This mini-trial could significantly affect the admissibility of evidence and the overall direction of the case. During this trial within trial, DSS operatives, including the witness referred to as TCCC, denied any misconduct. They described Kanu as being treated well, even claiming he was served bottled water and received medical care. But Kanu paints a different picture: solitary confinement, chains, and threats. These conflicting testimonies do more than raise legal questions. They also expose the growing distrust between the state and those who question it. Is this a fair trial? Or a political theater masking deeper cracks in Nigeria's democracy? Whether you see Kanu as a rebel, a freedom fighter, or a criminal, one thing is clear: this trial is about more than just him. It's about the right to dissent, the responsibility of leadership, and the fragile fabric holding Nigeria's diverse regions together. On May 29, the court is expected to hear final arguments. The ruling could set a precedent on how dissent, terrorism, and political speech are defined in modern Nigeria. It will also answer one fundamental question: was this an act of terror, or a cry for liberation? As we await the verdict, we must ask ourselves hard questions. Can a country suppress a movement without addressing its root causes? Is the law being upheld, or used as a weapon? And how do we ensure justice for all, even when the accused challenges the system itself? This isn't just a legal drama, it's a turning point in Nigeria's democratic story. Will the system bend toward justice, or buckle under pressure? One thing's for sure, whatever happens in that courtroom will echo far beyond its walls. Now it's your turn. Do you believe the DSS or Kanu's version of events? Was Radio Biafra a tool for truth, or for terror? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the final court ruling coverage. Share this with someone who needs to hear what's really going on beneath the headlines.